One of the great ways to find out about Christianity is to visit a church. So here's a couple of people to help you look around.
Hello, have you come to have a look around? Well, come on in. This is the porch, by the way. It's where people used to shelter before they processed into the church. It's nice, isn't it? It's got an arch at the top. They nearly always do. This one is very, very old. Did you say how old? Oh, I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Do you know, it's maybe 900 years old. 900? That's a long time. Anyway, come on in and have a look at the church. This is the font where the babies are baptised.
Sometimes adults are baptised too.
Yes. Anyway, this is where they're baptised. The vicar pours holy water on their heads to show that they've become a Christian, and of course, they never. And this part of the church, right down the middle, is called the Nave. It's got rows of arches on both sides of it. Nave is a Latin word which means boat, and sometimes the roof of the nave looks like a boat. I wonder if the one near you does. Anyway, this is the main part of the church where the people sit during services. This church has got pews. Some churches have got seats. Have a look and see what's in your local church. So the people in the pews sit to listen to,
The vicar in the pulpit.
I beg your pardon?
This is the pulpit where the priest or the vicar stands when he wants to talk to the people in the pews.
Well, that's right. Pulpits are often really beautifully carved. This one certainly is. When the people say their prayers, they kneel down. Can you see what they kneel on? Guess what they're called? They're called kneelers.
Ha! That always makes me chuckle. They're kneeling on the kneelers.
Well, sometimes they're called hassocks.
That's such a funny word, hassocks.
Just calm down. We've got a job to do here. Anyway, they listen to the Bible being read too, and the Bible is put on the lectern. This one's really splendid. Sometimes the lectern's wooden and sometimes it's a big brass eagle. What does it look like in your local church? I've told you to be a bit more careful. Anyway, we now come into the really special part of the church, which is called the Chancel, and it's absolutely full of lovely things. Some churches like this one have got choir stalls for where the choir sit and sing, and if you listen very carefully, you might be able to hear them. Oh, lovely, and this is the organ. It makes a magnificent sound. Each of the pipes makes a different sound. Would you like to hear it? That's what one of the smallest pipes sounds like. What do you think that the biggest pipe sounds like? Wow. But the most important thing in the chancel is the altar. Can you see that it's got a beautiful cloth on it? And there are candles and a cross when there's a service. That's where the vicar says special prayers over bread and wine to remember a special meal that Jesus had with his disciples. Can you remember what the meal was called?
Oh, that part of the service has got lots of names depending on the church. So it can be called Holy Communion, or the Eucharist, or the Mass. See if you can find out more about it in your local church.
There are so many other things that you can see in a church too.
Yes, like stained glass windows. I love those because they tell lots of stories.
And graves and memorials as well, because they tell you about the people who've died.
And the hymn board, so people know which hymn to sing.
Unless somebody has put up the wrong numbers.
Sorry. Oh, and we haven't told you anything about the clothes that the vicar wears. Oh, you'll have to find out about them later. Ask in your church.
Go and have a look at the church near your school and see what you can find out.